Hi, my name is Brandon Smith, content creator and a student of Okinawan Goju-Ryu Karate. Fitness and sports has always been a passion. Join me as I talk with others about their journey. Here we go. Good day, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to allow my guest to introduce himself. He is a tennis player.
What's up? I'm Jeffrey Thompson. I currently study sports management at Johnson C. Smith University. I play tennis. I've been playing tennis since I was 11. I coach tennis as well. I'm aspiring to be a pro.
First of all, thank you, Jeff, for doing the interview. I know you was a busy man. Alright, Jeff, can you tell me a bit about your childhood, how it was growing up, and what drew you to tennis?
So, when I was younger, I always was an athlete, a student athlete. I started off with judo, karate, and tennis. I did martial arts more for my grandfather's sake. When I was younger, I used to get bullied a lot. And I used to come to my grandfather for help and all that stuff. And he wanted me to feel strong in a way, or feel like there's something in me that, is worth fighting for. So I lived the athletic life, and then I was in church. I'd be in youth group. I'd be helping out the community sometimes as well with my friends. So growing up, I had a good life. I can't really complain about anything.
Okay, you say that you went to your grandfather a lot. What kind of how much of an impact did your grandfather had on your life and the way you are now?
Well, first off, I dedicate everything I am today to God. But I'd say my grandpa had a lot to do with who I am now as a person and who I am striving to be. Because when I was younger, I will admit to you, I was not the most pleased person you'd see. Like I was a nice child. Like I put up a front, but like deep down inside, like everyone, we have our flaws, we have our sins, we have our demons and stuff. But for me, I always used to like run from mine instead of confronting it and fixing the situation. I used to blame it on other people, blame it on circumstances and stuff, and that just made things a whole lot worse. So with my grandfather, he taught me that, there's a lot of strength in honesty more than lies. There's a lot of strength in, going up against a fight, and even if you lose, there's always a lot of strength with all that stuff. There's a lot of strength in courage, there's a lot of strength in wisdom, there's a lot of strength in patience, a lot of strength in love. You find more strength in love than you find more strength in hate, is what he used to tell me. My grandpa, like everything I am today, is probably, I'd say, a quarter of how he was when he was around me when I was younger. I only got a glimpse of him, and I used to be around him a lot than my parents. I used to live with my grandparents, breakfast in the morning, like. A lot of things I do today, they bred it in me, even when I hated it. Like, for example, with dinner, I still do this today. I eat my dinner, and I start off with what is in front of me, and I go around the plate, how they taught me, and I drink my juice after. And that helps me a lot. Like, a lot of things I do nowadays come with purpose from him.
You said that you did judo and karate. You participated in the martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
How would you say that did karate and judo in any way help you with your tennis career?
Yes, they did. With footwork and mentality. Because in tennis, people like to say that tennis is 80% mind, 20% body. If you ain't got the right mind space and you got a OP body, you gonna get the worst beating in your life. You could have a terrible body, but have like a good mentality for tennis, and you'll do pretty well. You'll do way better than you would if you didn't have a good mindset. But judo and karate really built me for that, because like in judo, I was bigger when I was younger, and for my age range, they put me with the adult kids, and I was getting thrown left, right, and center like I was a rice bag or something. Like, it was terrible, but it gave me the patience and it gave me the drive to look at diversity and look at like things that are bigger than me and stronger than me. Like even in tennis, like I'll be playing against people that have been playing for 17 years. I've been playing since I was 11, and I'm 20 now, so that's 9 years, 9 going on 10. They got bigger serves than me. They got way heavier forehands than me. They're faster than me. They got more experience than me. But at the end of the day, when I go there, I still don't feel no fear, honestly and truly. So my first real experience with tennis, first ever experience picking up a tennis racket and hitting a tennis ball, that was during a summer camp. Then my mom put me into a tennis program, a tennis summer camp, and I guess excelled and like grew from that quicker than I did in any sports I ever did in my life. I started off at red dot, it's like the lowest, like for the babies. I started at that, and I got to orange ball within the next week. And then after that, it took me 2 months to get to green dot, and then after that, it took me a month to get to regular hard ball. And every single time we go to practice, so there'd be like 3 courts, so like the advanced court, medium court, lower court. I feel so hurt when they put me in the middle court. Like they could have put me here. They could have put me here. I had still been hot, but I felt the most pain and torture and disrespect when they put me on the middle court. Like even though I couldn't hang with these dudes, like they were hitting harder than me. They were bigger than me. They were faster than me. They had more tools and weapons in their arsenal with me. I used to run hard when they put me on this court, honestly and truly, because even in times when they put me on the advanced court, I'll get cut-ups, but there would be moments where it would be hard for those older people to beat me. Another thing with me when I was younger, I used to take a lot of things for granted. I used to take a lot of things for granted. I used to take a lot of opportunities, a lot of people, I used to take a lot of things for granted. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people when they're young, they did that too. But so we have this association called the BLTA. I don't want to spread their business, but it's wow compared to how it was before. We used to have, every single year, we used to have at least like 3 or 4 international tournaments, and bro, the National Tennis Center would be packed to the brim with all sorts of players from all different countries. Like there would be like at least like 15 jitney buses full of them coming from Malia to play us and stuff. But like in our head, we'd be so excited. We'd be like, oh, I play this boy from this country. He got a big forehand. He got a big serve. He runs fast. He has nice footwork. Like it was like all you can eat buffet, and it was round robin. So like everyone played everyone. It wasn't like a knockout tournament. Like in my head, I used to make competition with the people in my country than people who were not in my country. So my mindset when I was younger is I want to beat my friend. When I should have been, I want to beat this person that's from a different country. He's coming into my house and he wants to beat me. That's what my mindset is now. Back then, it's like, he's supposed to beat me. That's what I was thinking back then. But if I could go back then and cuss myself out, I definitely would. But the point was, I guess, when I played tennis from 11 to like 13, 14. Seriously. And then I stopped for like 3 years. And then I came back. And there's this one time we were playing points and I hit this forehand down the line. Like it's like one of the sweetest forehands I've had in my life, and it felt good too. And I was like, I really could do this, you know. And I was stressing about schools, like what schools I wanted to go to, what schools I could go to for my ability. Like if I didn't take those 3 years off from tennis, I would have been a monster. I knew that. But because I took those off, it set me back a lot. So when I hit that forehand, it's like I really could do this, you know. Like if I really put my mind to it, I know I got a lot to catch up on. But if I really like put my mind to it, I could really do some damage to people. So it was that day. It was in 2021. I was like, you know what? let's give it everything we got. Let's give it everything we got. Let's give this one. So when I was young, I'm speaking for myself, and I was a really scared child. I was scared of everything. I was scared of anything that was uncomfortable. I was scared of anything that was challenging. I have a short attention span for certain things. Like if it's really challenging, I'm only gonna my attention span is gonna diminish very quickly. In my head, I was kind of scared of adversity. I was scared of challenges and being put in cold water. I was a lukewarm type kid. I would never leave lukewarm. I'd more than likely go into hot before I go into cold. That's me. So in tennis and a lot of things, even in school, there's opportunities I had to go to tournaments, a lot of opportunities I had to hit with other people, a lot of opportunities I had to go away to Florida or the US to train, which it's better from here. But I was too scared, too chicken to take them. Or I'd look at it as, that's too much. You know what I mean? At least give myself the opportunity to decide, if I go and I do it, at least afterwards I could decide whether I'm not doing this again or I am doing this again. I was a little naive and stuff. I used to think safe. But as I grew older, I realized that God gave me one life to live. He told me what was going to happen after this, but I probably forgot about it. So in this life, I can live everything right. I can live everything to his law, to his order, and all that stuff. But I'd be damned if I go back to God with every single gift and thing that He gave me, and I ain't using not one of them. I'd be damned. I'd even tell him, yeah, show me. Don't do anything with me right now.
That was powerful. That was powerful, Jeff. So, in terms of tennis, in terms of your perspective, how did tennis evolve in your country from when you started?
I'll just say that I'd ask how someone would look at this. So you have a whole island, whole country full of tennis players that are looking to play tournaments, to travel and all that stuff, and to train properly. You have a small island with only a few places for freelance tennis playing. A lot of places where you go to train, you have to pay a certain amount of money, yada 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 yada. Track teams could train at the track pretty free. They're far more laid back than tennis and other sports. I'd say that. They spend a lot of money bringing down a European coach instead of fixing the tennis center and fixing the courts. So if your home is dirty, are you going to bring someone home?
Absolutely not. So, Jeff, what would you say that you like most about tennis?
Tennis is a lot of things, and people can take tennis in a lot of different ways. People play tennis in a lot of different ways. There's a lot of different styles, a lot of different ways people hit their shots, a lot of different ways the ball comes off the racket. Tennis is predictable but unpredictable at the same time. Tennis is a sport where it really shows you who you really are. Me and someone can go on a court right now and we can play for an hour or two, and I'd be able to tell a lot of things about you off the bat. Tennis players are really good at doing that. Just by how your shot selection, your decisions on certain shots, your decision on certain things, when I put pressure on you, when I take pressure off of you, when it's your time to put pressure on me, what are you gonna do? You can tell a lot of things from just playing you. So, tennis looks like a very gentle sport and a very nice sport, but off the court, y'all can be the best of friends. On the court, y'all can hate each other's guts and you'll be saying every living thing about their mom. And then off the court, y'all be topping up being boy, you ain't want to go get one degree after this. Bro, again, like the tennis community is really good, I'd say. And Nassau, it's growing. It's growing. There's a lot of different personalities, a lot of different views. I like it.
Sounds very, very interesting. So now that we've talked about what you liked about tennis, what's your least favorite
Favorite thing
about tennis?
tennis is a beautiful sport. It's honestly a really beautiful sport. Even though it's very difficult, it is a very difficult sport. It's very beautiful, but it's beautiful when like you have like the right help, like coaches and medical and all that stuff is one thing, but like when you have like a good federation behind your back, for your country, because tennis is like one of the sports where you really represent you and your country. Like you really represent you and your country. When you go on ATP tours and you go on these schools and stuff, when they have your name, they have your country right next to it. More than likely, you're gonna have a sticker next to your name with the country flag. They're gonna more likely if someone ever talk about you with tennis, they're gonna go to your federation about it. They're gonna look your stats up in your country. So I'd say that's one of the worst things about it, because like tennis, you depend on yourself. I'd say probably the federation, probably that.
You mentioned earlier about going to competition, and I know that you said that you have a competition coming up in December.
Yeah.
So I want to know, what's your process of getting ready for competition?
Process of getting ready. So say for example, so this competition that I'm having now, it's in December, end of November. So I start planning ahead. For me, I start planning ahead 2 to 3 months from then. So it's a process for me. So for me personally, my preparation is I gotta make sure my feet are right, my timing right, my engine right, which means me, and my mental is right. So I'd hit every single day of the week. I'd rest on Saturdays. I'd rest either on Fridays and Sundays, or I'd rest on Sundays. But Sundays, that's my relaxed day. Even on Sunday, I'd probably hit a little bit, but I wouldn't go too hard. Gym, I'd probably do gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Like I do like hard gym on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Tuesday and Thursday, I do cardio, core, and stretching. I'd play practice matches. I'd play with my coach. I'd sharpen my tools up and stuff of that nature. Diet. So for me, my diet for when I prepare for tournaments, I have 2 cheat days. 2 cheat days. And for me to do those cheat days, I do everything right. If I don't do everything right, I got 1 cheat day, and then that cheat day, I can only eat what I want for a span of 8 hours. So if I wake up like at 10, I have to stop eating whatever I want around 4 or 5. So for me to get those 2 cheat days, everything I just said that I did, I gotta do that perfect. And on top of that too, I only drink juice, and I drink water, I drink tea, yada 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 yada. And again, for those 2 cheat days, I have to do everything perfect. I have wake up early when I need to. Sometimes I wake up at like 5 a.m. in the morning, go for a run, stretch, or I wake up 5, go train in the gym, then go practice. And after that, I come maybe to chill with my friends, eat food, go back, train, gym, go sleep.
Who do you model your game after?
I model my game after. Strategy wise, Nadal. I like his strategy and his mentality. Nadal and Alcaraz. My stroke wise, I model them after my coaches.
I hear you talk during the conversation. I hear you like to talk about your coaches, and it seems that your coaches are very insightful, very helpful. Can you really delve into how much your coaches have really impact your game, the way that you think, your mentality, everything, every aspect of what you think about tennis?
Um, hey, my coaches, they so so my coaches have like the same goal, the same process, but they take different routes. So the main coaches I had to get me to who I am today were my coach Marvin, coach PJ, coach KJ, and coach Neil. So the big bullies of the group towards me would be Coach O'Neill and Coach KJ. Like my older brothers ish that would like give me wisdom and stuff and like pat me down and stuff would be PJ and Marvin. Like I didn't realize that like how mentally like challenging tennis is until like me and KJ and me and PJ like start talking about stuff like that. It's like even like things that going on in your life could really translate into tennis. A lot of things, even things that you think are good, they could translate into a lot of things that you do. So those two are the main people. I appreciate them and their different personalities because like they'd push me, they'd ask me odd questions, they'd put me in my comfort zone, man. So it really get me thinking. Like even when they first came there, they told me that, bro, that they gonna break me. There's something in me that wants to come out, but I ain't want to let it out for some reason. I feel too scared to let it out. And they was like, I got you. When you do these laps in the sun, it can come out. It can come out. You can scream. And I can be like, man, you ain't gotta do all that, dog. It's just be nice to me. No. So I'd say I give it to them. I give my flowers to them.
Do you see yourself taking your game to the next level? Do you see yourself becoming a pro at any point in your life?
I definitely have the want for it. I definitely have the drive for it. I believe I have the mentality for it. But I'm taking it to the next level. But we're going to, because I'm playing college tennis. That is really tough. I'm the next to pro. And when I do that, I'm probably gonna play some tournaments during the summer and before I come home. But I do see myself playing professionally. I do. I could actually see myself winning some Grand Slams and being in top 200 if I push myself really well. If I push myself hard enough. So I do have a lot of ground to cover up for, but I could see myself doing it.
Last but not least, you've been in tennis. We discussed everything. The politics, your coaches, your school competition, all that. What would you say to those who want to get into tennis or who are interested in tennis but are a bit hesitant or apprehensive to join in tennis?
I'd say just remember, it's a game. It's just like for me myself, like sometimes again when I get excited I get nervous, especially for tournaments and stuff, or like when I'm playing someone way better than me and they have the stats to prove it. I always tell myself that, bro, just remember it's a game. It's like you just a kid with a racket and a ball in your hand, like in the streets, like playing street tennis with your parents, playing street tennis with your brother. Just remember the same joy that you had. Like it's a game. Not life or death. It may feel like it may seem like it because of your passion for it, but it's just a game. Just play. Just play. Don't think too hard. You're fighting and playing is kind of the same, but just play. Just play your heart out. Anything you can think of doing, do it. But just let it all out on the court. Let it all out. Because even if you win or lose, and you let it all out, you'll feel so much better. Even if that comes down to you screaming on the court, crying on the court, because tennis is frustrating as heck. It will either make you or break you. And a lot of the times on the court, you are going to get broken. You're going to get broken down. you are going to. Even in the times that you win, especially those times, because that's how you know if you're really made for this or not. So I'd say, just remember it's a game and just play. Just keep on playing. Put God first in whatever you're doing. That's all I can say. That's really all I can say. Put God first.
Alright then. Well, thank you, Jeff, for joining me today, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe, and see you soon.